Today is the 6th of July, and I think it's time to do yet another channel update. So the month of June was quite an interesting time for the channel. We had all sorts of shows that we attended all over the place. Bromley Pageant of Motoring was probably the most kind of hard work, because it consists of so many things. We've even talked actually about Bromley Pageant of Motoring and the future of it, and it looks like that just won't be able to take place at the same site at all in 2024. Obviously we'll have to see what happens about that, but the first piece of news that I have for July 2023 is the fact that the Leicestershire Motoring Pageant, organised by the same people as the Bromley Pageant, that has been actually cancelled. It was cancelled last month. It was due to take place on about the 11th of August, which was something I was very much looking forward to. There were lots of people actually were booked in on a special stand that we'd been allowed to have by the organisers, and it's not going to happen now, which is really a bit of a shame. Now, I don't know what's happened. The organisers have said to us that it's beyond their control, and obviously I believe that. Otherwise they wouldn't say it. And yes, I'm hoping that another event will turn up. Well, is this decision that the Mayor of London has made, that the ultra emission zone is being expanded to all London boroughs in August, is that actually going to happen with people taking the cameras down and things like that? We'll discuss that in a separate video, but it is affecting what we do. I mean, will we go to a future where all car shows have to be taken out into the countryside somewhere, because all towns and cities in this country have ultra low emission or clean air zones? I don't know. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts about that. Also, we've actually had a very successful video just in the last week or so, which was the Dacia Jogger. I've been trying to get one of those for a long time on the channel. I know Mr. Bill from Fuel Power Channel was interested in just taking a look at one, so we went down to take a look at one, and actually they let us film it. And I hope you enjoyed that video. That was something of a coup for us. We did it at a very short notice, and it's a bit rough around the edges, but seem to have enjoyed it on the whole, so very grateful to those of you who appreciated it. We've also had a huge lot of cars filmed in a very short space of time, most of which you haven't seen, which was a trip to Chelmsford, which I actually did last week. The first video you've seen from that was the 80,000 subscriber special, which wasn't the main reason I actually went there. Contingency reviews are never normally filmed, just the main reason why I'm actually somewhere. That was actually filmed because I was offered that car by someone who'd already had a car on the channel, and he just got it and said, "Do you want to have a go in a Honda E?" And very kindly he brought it down to where I was actually sort of staying down in Chelmsford, and happened to film it. And I think it's a very appropriate car for a subscriber special, and I hope you did enjoy it. Some of you said you don't really like it, it's not your thing. Others of you were very positive about it, and there's various ways of looking at that car, I think, and it was just very interesting. I think it's a fascinating thing that it's becoming increasingly less relevant with every kind of month that passes, because electric cars now just have a lot larger ranges for the same amount of money at £38,000. But as a used car, as like a second car, or for someone who lives in the middle of a city, it's fascinating. I do hope that I get to drive more sort of curiosities like that. And Ryan's car was an amazing addition. We suspected actually it might be a Honda UK press or management car originally. We can't prove that, but we think it might be the case, which makes that particular one a bit more interesting. I'm going to now play you a video that I took a few days ago at a pub sort of near Ringwood, where necessarily motor enthusiasts were having a little evening out and they brought some cars down. I didn't get all of them, I only got some of them, but I hope you find this interesting. So here we are at the Alice Lyle, which is near Ringwood, and this is the 3rd of July. It's the run to the pub for Tasmania motor enthusiasts. Austin 7 has just gone. Humber Scepter is just leaving, it's 66. I'm afraid I should have done this earlier on during the course of the evening. There would have been more cars here, but we'll get what we can.
See you later.
Yeah, see you later. I really like this Triumph TR8 with the Grinnell kit on it. My suspicion is actually it would drive a bit more interestingly than the TR7 that I drove. Not that the TR7 is particularly a bad car or anything, but that would be a bit more interesting. And then we got the Wolseley Hornet, which is a 6869. It's a Mark III. You can tell straight away actually without the Mark III badge by the fact that this has got the Mark III mini doors on it, and actually these got the Mark III mini doors before Mark III Mini did. Got them in 67. You can see the sort of push button door handle on this, and also the fact we've not got any exposed door hinges. So Humber Scepter is off, there we go. I love the colour of that, it's very nice. But yeah, this is, with Riley Alf, is sort of the favourite version of a classic Mini that I have. I think these are really nice. 1930 Rolls Royce owned by Phil. I'm amazed just how much this car gets used. It is amazing, really. All the way down to Tiverton back in May for the weekend as well. And yes, we brought the Volvo out this evening. I've not actually run this in a week or so, and it's running really well. I'm actually going to take this car to the Surrey Rolling Road in Farnborough. I know it's in Hampshire, but that's what they call it, because I want to see how much power it's putting out, which is absurd with a car like this, but that's what I'm going to do. That should be fun. 1964 Austin Healey 3000 Mark III. I think this still has the original 4-speed gearbox in it. Again, that is just, it's just such a wonderful classic, isn't it? It's beautiful. So there we are, viewers. I need to pop back inside, but yeah, we will show you later. Lloyd Vehicle Consulting stickers, t-shirts and mugs are available by clicking the link to the Google form in the video description below. So there we are, viewers, a little sort of bonus video for you from the other day. Just nice classic cars down at a pub of an evening. So what have we got coming up in July? Well, in a couple of days I'll be off to the BMC and Leyland show at the British Motor Museum at Gaydon. I keep wanting to call it something else, but that's its actual name now. Then we'll be going to the Post-Abingdon Weekender, which is an event that used to be called MG40, and I'll be doing that the weekend after that, and also at the beginning of that weekend I'll be driving some cars on a track. I'm actually looking forward to that. It's not something I've done for about 5 years, and the track driving I did back in 2018 is actually on the channel. If you sort of sort videos oldest, you'll find that they were uploaded around Christmas time in 2018. And my lady said I could, you know, use some money and go and have a go, so I'm going to go and enjoy myself. And you know, maybe some of you will enjoy seeing that stuff. I don't think I've ever driven really anything like that before. We've got some sort of proper supercars I'm having a go in. So I hope you enjoy that. Also got more no budget reviews being filmed. We've got a whole load of sensible second-hand reviews, another contingency review from my filming session in Chelmsford, which you'll be beginning to see. All of these, of course, the channel members see in advance. And so, you know, absolutely all the sensible second-hand reviews that I filmed last week. I did another one with a friend of mine who I sourced a car for, and they let me have a go in the car on camera. I'd already driven it before, of course, but if you want to see a typical car that I sourced for a client, then that will be the sort of thing. I mean, some people ask me about it, but I don't really talk too much about that sort of thing because I have done videos on this in the past, and people don't seem to really want to watch them the numbers I'd expect from people who ask the questions. So that is quite interesting. We also might do a video this month about a brochure I've got for Volvo 460. I have got a brochure that's roughly contemporary with this car. Maybe you can have a look at that. I might do a video at some point as well about the abandoned A333, which is near Winchester. I did a video on the abandoned A33, which is conveniently located next to where that is. The A333 does still exist, I think, but the number's been reallocated. We also got ownership reports on my mother's Mercedes 200, or it's mine now. 6-year ownership report coming up. Also got an ownership report coming at some point on the Sanyong, that's the one my lady wife normally drives. That's a 3-year ownership report. And so we've got a lot of stuff, and of course we'll be continuing with very vague vlogs. We'll be continuing with the shambolic shuffles. Elsewhere, I've got one to obviously do at the auction house. Or if you'd like me going to Barron's auctions and looking at what we've got for sale, we'll be doing one for this month as well. And probably listing just some smaller events. And then right at the end of the month, one of the last things that you'll see will be the Festival of the Unexceptional, which this car will be going to. And a lot of you say it's a particular highlight in your year. Mr. Coleman, Rubbish Mechanic, is looking forward to going to that. He and I were going in separate cars this time because we're both exhibiting. And that should be fun. That should take us sort of comfortably to the end of July. And thank you to everybody who subscribed recently. I've had a big influx of subscribers over the last couple of days. I think I know why that is, but I won't say because I'm not entirely sure. But thank you. It's nice to have you along for the journey. Anyway, thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Like this video, leave a comment below, and we shall see you again for the August 2023 update.